Last week, the contender story continued with the same song, but the fifth verse. Matthew Lindy is inching closer to clinching the championship after a fifth consecutive win. Meanwhile, in Supercars, Kieran Lifflander and Evan McFarland came together in turn 2 of the feature, and it resulted in the defending champion out on the spot. We cross halfway through the season, and we wonder who will come out on top tonight. We'll find out together over the next few hours. The World Center of Racing is the stage for the evening. The Daytona Grand Prix is next. Our venue for this evening is the virtual Daytona International Speedway. Opened in 1959, North American Simulated Auto Racing first started visiting the World Center of Racing in 2018B. At 0.86 miles in length with 9 turns, 5 to the right and 4 to the left, the circuit is so unforgiving when it comes to the sleeping policeman curbs. Be careful and watch out for slowdowns. We've seen so much action here, especially because this venue is one of the original layouts when iRacing released Rallycross. Who can forget Marwan Mofta winning on debut in 2018B, which was the same race that some guy named Josh Mertz took out Connor Parisi in turn 1 of the start. In NASA Rallycross, our format is as follows. We are finishing open practice now, which leads us into a 3-lap single car qualifying that splits the field equally into 5-lap heat races with 1 joker lap. The top 2 transfer to the feature automatically. The winner gets 3 bonus points and the runner-up gets 2. The rest of our drivers are sent to the semifinals, also 5 laps with 1 joker. The top 2 will transfer to the feature, and the winner will receive a bonus point. This sets the grid for our 10-lap feature race where the points are awarded and trophies are handed out. Unique to NASA Rallycross, 2 jokers are taken during the feature. The 30th season of the NASA Rallycross Challenge takes cross flags halfway home tonight, live on the Automotive Sports Network. With Bryan Sawyer on the production truck and 2022A Contenders champion Justin Robichaud next to me in the commentary box. My name is Josh Mertz as we welcome you to the 9th running of the Daytona Grand Prix. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you, Rob Hartland, for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. NASA Rallycross Contenders presented by Virtual Gaming Alliance. Don't be a real dork, be a virtual one. Shop now at vtrl-alliance.square.site. Thank you, Dylan Thomas, for your support as presenting sponsor of NASA Rallycross Contenders. Cameras all season on ASN. Brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/Whiplash Media. And thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for your camera support. And finally, coverage on ASN tonight brought to you by NordVPN. For up to 71% off a 2-year plan with 3 months free, visit nordvpn.com/ASNTVUSA. And how can we forget the intro music for the NASA World feed produced by our very own Alex Abetti. Matthew Lindy continued his dominance of contenders. He's 1 win away from tying Cody Crosgrove's 6-in-a-row record from last season, Justin Robichaud. We saw contact between the kids in Supercars. We took cross flags, or taking rather cross flags tonight. How are you, and what are your thoughts about the season so far and predictions for tonight?
Hey, Josh, this season has been, in my opinion, electric, and a track like Daytona is sure to bring a little bit of consistency into the fold tonight. It's one that a lot of these drivers will have put a ton of laps here, a free track on the service given to you with your subscription. So a lot of laps here from tons of drivers. So I expect to see some great driving. This track's not been super great to me. It is a little bit, actually it's quite a bit technical, Josh. This hairpin at the other end, very difficult to master. It's where a lot of drivers will see maybe some time, maybe some passing. I know I had a bit of success in my last run. I made some passes in that hairpin there. It's a fun section, but one we'll want to watch tonight. I'm just so excited to see if Lindy can do it tonight. I think he's got a great shot, Josh.
Coming into the Daytona Grand Prix for NASA Rallycross Contenders and the Drivers' Championship, looks like this. Matthew Lindy, 112. Jess Rakowski with 80. Quick math off the top of my head, that looks like 32 points for Matthew Lindy. He is looking good to lock it up a race early in a couple of weeks. But like we saw in lights, apparently Kieran Lifflander 7 points behind in the championship after not scoring for 2 races. So anything can happen, and NASA Rallycross usually does. Josh Darnell, Matty Morris, Matty Grove rounding out the top 5 there. The team's championship. In NASA Rallycross contenders. It's all jumbled up. Thank you, Bryan Sawyer. Your graphics are working sometimes. KES Industries 140, JC Simsport Jr. with 124, and then it's Slapex Subaru powered by TWRS at 111. And the manufacturer's championship, Subaru 140, Ford 102, and Volkswagen with 39. As practice just finishing up, we will head to qualifying in just a couple moments. And Matthew Lindy, 0.4 of a second up on Josh Darnell, who's a further, looks like, let's call it 1/10.5 up on Jess Rakowski, Matty Morris, Chris Wetz, the top 5 there. Super exciting as we advance to qualifying to see if anyone has anything for Matthew Lindy in car number 3, trying to make that 6th win in a row. He has been on pole position 4 times out of the 5 races so far. The only one that he was not on pole position for, and fastest in seating, was the English Grand Prix at Brands Hatch. So first car off is Jake Robichaud in car number 69, followed by Jess Rakowski, and it looks like Josh Darnell. So we'll keep an eye on Jake Robichaud here in the 69, driving for Slapex Racing Ford, powered by TWRS in that Ford Fiesta. Shout out to Dan Corretto. Couldn't make it tonight, but he is hanging out with us in chat. Good to see.
Just about to say that. No Dan Corretto tonight. So, and also, no surprise, my dad is this driver, Jake Robichaud here. Everyone knows that by this point. I always root for my pops. You know, in the back of my mind. Great to see him just firing off. Very confident tonight here. I know Daytona is a track that he does like. He is a little bit confident here, so excited to see what he has on the table. We bring it back to Matthew Lindy. I believe he just fired off here and started his lap. Not to pull a little bit of thunder from my old man.
Crosses the line, 40.4, 39.8 for Darnell. The first lap times will roll in. Now we pick up Lindy. Final corner. Crosses the line. Did it count? Maybe that was his beginning of his run, so I stand corrected there.
He just rolled out. You're good. He just rolled out. Joshua Darnell, though,
40.7. Grove, 41.4. Wetz, 40.9. And the former series champion, Matty Grove, kids Riley and Lane, and Mama Bear Shelby watching on, rooting him on, trying to get some good luck in the 472, the former Arena Cross rider. We're going to take a look again at Jake Robichaud in the 69. He'll finish his second lap, 41.0. Darnell crosses the line, 39.6. He improves, goes purple. Lindy will cross the line, ending his first lap. It does count. He's slower than Darnell. He hit the gantry. Justin, he hit the gantry on the start. I don't know if this second lap's going to count for him. Grove, 40.7. Rakowski, 40 dead.
We'll have to keep an eye on that, Josh, because it depends on where that 1X happened. If it happened on the tail end of that other lap, he might be all right. But if it happened on the start of this one, you're right. This one could totally be deleted here. Joshua Darnell looking very poised with a great 39.6. This one here doesn't look great on the exit.
The man from Maryland crosses the line, 39.9. Where is Lindy? I think Lindy's given that lap up, the second lap at least. He's going to have one lap left. The championship leader, 41.8. It counted, but it did not count realistically, being so slow. Over the jump, we'll ride on board. Justin, I know you're a little under the weather, but take us around.
Oh, let's go. This corner super tricky, Josh. You have to ride the grass on the right side, but the sim will slap you with a slowdown if you're not good enough. But this bump here, very tricky with the transition of weight you have to do to get set up for this hairpin. Very smooth. You need to be on the exit and so close to the wall as Lindy. You need to be very close there on the exit to keep that apex super wide in this section here. Almost like a straightaway with a small shimmy and down into the final hairpin. A very tricky corner here. A couple different approaches to it. It's very smooth.
Damage.
He's looking good. It's looking
Cross
good.
The line. 39.7. He does not. It's pole position for Josh Darnell, it looks like.
Wow, it is. By about 1/10 of a second so far. The only couple drivers out here right now. Oh, I don't see anybody out on the... Olivia Rateau,
We've
Eric
got
Dubois.
Matty Morris. Grove is done. Dubois is done, I believe. Or Dubois got one lap left. Olivia Rateau is done. Morris.
Wow.
Morris is going to finish his third lap.
That will be the story of the evening, Josh.
The pace that Josh Darnell has shown, and I say it every single week. We talked about it. We remember Iowa when he was the only guy to face Cody Crosgrove in the feature. Morris crosses the line, 40.6. He does not improve. We go back to Olivier Rateau, the Frenchman, in the 63. Down the back straightaway to the final corner. Be careful of the commitment line there in the center of the shot. You want to stay driver's right when you take the Joker. If you cross that line, you'll get a penalty on exit and entrance. Crosses the line. The Frenchman goes 41.639. We're going to pick up Eric Dubois. I think he has parked it. That is pole position for Josh Darnell for Heat 1.
Unbelievable, Josh. Darnell, a fantastic performance here. Pips Lindy by about a 1/10 of a second. Now, Lindy's been faster in practice. Or he was anyways earlier in the session. We'll see how this fades out. Qualifying so tricky. You do have to be absolutely perfect for those few laps. So
there is
coming out on top.
One thing that I know from driving lights over the last year compared to when I was in the supercar class, one lap is completely different than race pace. So we'll have to wait and see. We're going to let these guys run the last couple minutes, take advantage, get some programming notes done here on the Automotive Sports Network. No OSRL this week. They are off. So we start with NASA Rallycross Lights next Sunday at the Charlotte Road Course. And you're asking me, what the hell is that? Well, it is the first endurance round of the season, and we call them Gymkhana rounds because I like to do things different here at NASA. And we decide to put these rally cars on a proper road course, whether it's Lime Rock, whether it's apparently Charlotte in this instance. That's going to be super fun. That is April 28th on Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Victor Valley in the production truck, James Watson alongside Jarrett Lott for that. And I have -5 laps on that track, so that's gonna be fun. The next round, the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge, the next day, that's next Monday, April 29th, also at the Charlotte, I think it's called Charlotte Legends Road Course Infield, something bizarre. That's 8 p.m. Eastern time, starting with contenders with Bryan Sawyer, Justin Robichaud, myself, Josh Mertz for that. That's gonna be super fun. A lot of the purist rallycross guys ask, why do you run these tracks? It says, well, you got to be good on the truck tracks. You got to be good on a road course. You got to be good on the regular rallycross tracks like that. That's how stage rally is. There's so many different surfaces and everything like that. I digress. OSRL GT Series, round 8, Circuit des Spa-Francorchamps. That is Thursday, May 2nd. So we are off this Thursday. I know I said that I was going to be here last Thursday. I had unexpected emergency personally, so I was unable to be there. Thank you, Cody Erdmann, for picking me up on that. I really appreciate that. So I'm going to return the favor. I'll be back for sure on May 2nd for OSRL in Spa, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Bryan Sawyer, I think Cody Erdmann, or you, Justin. I don't know who's going to be next to me, but it is going to be me.
You know what? If Cody wants it, I'll jump in the car. I don't care at this point. We'll trade it out. We'll arm wrestle for it or something. That sounds like a deal to me.
So qualifying is over. I think we can go ahead and kick this forward, Justin, if you do not mind. And heat number 1, it's going to be interesting because not saying that Lindy's going to win right off the rip, right? But if he does, he's going to be middle of the grid, of the front row. He's not going to have pole position. So
yeah, and turn 1, super tricky here, Josh. So I'd love to see how these guys navigate it.
Darnell, Rakowski, Robichaud, Grove, and Rateau. And Bryan, you're very demanding as we get ready for heat number 1 here in Daytona Beach. I know what I'm doing. Don't you worry. We wait for Jess Rakowski to grid, and that means that where Jake Robichaud is, that's going to be the semifinal winner grid spot. So it's going to be super interesting. Heat 1 in Daytona. Green flag off the line. What a start from Darnell. Both Fords. It's Robichaud versus Darnell. Down to the first corner. Can Robichaud beat Darnell to the first corner? It's side by side. Canada versus Maryland. Darnell takes the spot. Robichaud second. Third is Grove. It's Ford. 1, 2, 3. Blue ovals ahead of the Subaru of Rakowski. Rakowski's the only Subaru in this race over the jump. Both of them crossed up with the Slapex cars. Rounding turns 5 and 6. A little bit wide is Robichaud. Clipping the grass is Grove. Through the dirt, down to the oval for just a pinch, rounding the dirt. And now we're going to go back down the road course. It's going to be Darnell leading Robichaud, leading Grove, leading Rakowski, leading Rateau. No jokers on the first lap of the race here in Daytona in any session. That is forced by the sim, Justin. So
Jess goes off
jokers, that's going to be a DQ for her.
Absolutely. She's going to have to drop to the back, Josh. Hopefully she'll keep with that. Seems to fire off.
Looks to the inside of Darnell. I don't think she knows yet what had happened.
She has to see that black flag soon. I'm gonna check the session here.
Grove looks.
Oh wait, I guess she must. I'm not seeing a black flag in the sim.
Darnell,
So.
Rakowski, Grove.
Oh, she got it right off the end of that.
Grove, Robichaud, Rateau. It's been a long week. That's on me. I apologize. So that was a legal joker from Rakowski. So
just a very early one. Very early one.
Very early. I got a little confused on that one. Jokering is Robichaud to respond. Robichaud!
Oh, it's tight and she has to check up!
Completely legal. And Grove into the 999. And when it rains, it pours for her. Darnell goes 40.7.
She just sits there. There's nothing she can do now. The merge is tough there at that point. Just faced the wrong way at the end of the jump. Just a misfortunate incident. You get side by side like that on the exit. She just decided to check up and go straight. I think she locked up the tires, went right for the wall. Couldn't get it back on track, Josh. There's a lot of damage now to her car.
So let's get an update on the running order. Darnell, Robichaud, Grove, Rateau, and Rakowski. A lot of damage to that 999. Josh Darnell, 40.1. I think he's gone quicker again. He has in the 0.29. Will this be the day that Matthew Lindy gets stopped? I'm not sure. I don't want to say yes or no, of course, because we have seen, of course, crazy things happen. And Jake Robichaud, 41.9. Almost 2 seconds slower than Darnell in the 0.29.
Wow. It doesn't really show all that much on the track. I know Jake Robichaud has one of his jokers done already. We'll see if Joshua Darnell dives off for his. He does. Might be a good move here, but we'll see the true gap right now. But yeah, Darnell's looking very good right now. Robichaud's looking great for that second position at the moment, as long as he doesn't make a mistake. Grove, Grove might be in striking distance here.
Grove has to joker. He might have the delta
here. I just noticed it on the ticker. He doesn't have his joker yet, so I think he will. I think he will be able to pit Robichaud here in the end and take that final position. It'll give Robichaud an awesome spot, yeah, in the LCQ. But go ahead, yeah.
Down the back straightaway, Josh Darnell leads. Obviously has already taken his joker. Final corner for him. Surprise pole position for the man from Maryland. He will win heat number 1. Former series champion Matty Grove in 2023B. Rounding the joker. It's going to be a battle between the Slapex teammates at the line. Grove has it over Robichaud to the semifinal, followed by Rateau and Rakowski.
Fantastic race from the boys there. I know Robichaud has to hate not being able to transfer there, but to take it in on Grove, that's still a great accomplishment. He'll be happy with that. He's going to get awesome position in the LCQ regardless. That outside line there, taking the inside in T1, been very pivotal so far. Let's see what it does for us in heat number 2, Josh.
Heat number 2 grid. Matthew Lindy, Matty Morris, Chris Wetz, and Eric Dubois. 4 cars going for 2 spots here in Daytona. Pole position, in the heat race at least, for our championship leader with the blue plate. Uncontested. If you look at the stat book, uncontested so far this season, but it has certainly been a story of ups and downs for the kid from California as we get ready for heat 2. Green flag off the line. Equal start in the first phase, but Lindy pulled him down to the first corner. Nearly clear of Morris. Breaks early into turn number 1. 3 wide with Lindy, Morris, and Wetz. Wetz backs out of it, side by side with Dubois. Lindy comes across, blocks Morris into turns 1 and 2. So tricky not to get a slowdown on these curbs. You go a millimeter too far, you're going to slow down. Wetz goes off the track in the 71, gets passed by Dubois. Rounding turns 5 and 6. Back out onto the oval. Lindy leads Morris, leads Dubois, leads Wetz, and it's such a tricky corner, especially in the supercars, Justin. Like you mentioned, you hit that bump, it's a rough transition, you could lock up the brakes, takes so much skill to get it right.
Absolutely does. I would argue it's a little bit more difficult in the Subaru as well, just how you're handling the way the weight is flopping over that.
Wetz up the track.
What's off?
Texas.
Wow, he has to be struggling with the track temperature right now. That's an awful mistake in the final corner. I've done that myself. It's easy to lock up there. You're coming in real hot, Josh.
And Matty Morris hanging with Matthew Lindy, and car number 3 is car number 24, the man from Illinois. Let's call it a second now. Obviously, we're only after 1 lap. It was 8 tenths over the first lap, but I've mentioned this before. We ride on board the 24 for Slapex Racing Ford, and it's so beneficial for these contenders guys to be in these races with maybe that we'd say should be in supercars, but you get the track time, you're able to follow these guys, learn the lines, so beneficial.
Absolutely. I was cooing a bit there because Lindy was a little bit hard on the brakes, locked up that right rear on the entry. That's my biggest gripe with the Subaru. That right rear loves to stop as Lindy gets a fantastic run over the grass. Is it too much? No black flag, Josh. That's a great lap. Fantastic. Where Brian's letting us know now, Josh, that Morris technically should joker here. We'll see if he does.
It'd be a good idea to essentially block past Morris. He does not do it. Lindy blocks up the right front. I think Lindy's utilizing this heat race as a practice session, finding the limits of the track, finding the limits of the car, because you know that as Lindy goes quicker, 40.153, something was left on the table from car number 3 in qualifying, and I can see it in the car body language. He is angry that he did not get that pole position.
Yeah, he's really trying to figure something out because he knows he needs to lay it down for Darnell, and he's going to be his biggest competitor later on. But right now, you're right, Morris holding on quite a bit. He's dropped now to a couple times.
No joker.
He doesn't again. No way. He's still
just going to follow him. I don't think there's no point really.
No, you're right.
Everybody, I think, is going to. Nope, Wet's jokers now.
West goes against his typical. It's going to be a weird merge here with
track
Dubois.
Goes Dubois. Will they come together? Dubois slices past.
Wow,
and takes the spot from the 71.
It's the right decision. There's
off
no
the road
way
goes the 000. The man from Maine. Here comes Wets in the 71 over the curb. That might be a slowdown. It is
a slowdown. Ouch, and that's so hurtful. He tried so hard to get that car righted, so he didn't get it. The sim slaps it to him anyways, Josh.
Final corner and top 2 after joker. It's going to be a formation finish. Matthew Lindy will come home winning heat 2. Middle grid spot for the kid from California. Matthew Morris will transfer to the semifinal. Dubois and Wets.
Dubois caps off his joker here. Takes it easily. No problem ahead of Wets. Wets a little bit issues tonight. He's going to have to figure out how to get that tire from not locking up on him if he wants to have a shot here in the LCQ, Josh.
Semi-final time here in Daytona. 5 cars going for 2 spots. Jake Robichaud, Eric Dubois, Olivier Rateau, Chris Wetz, and Jess Rakowski. And interestingly, if I remember correctly, there's only 2 Subarus in this race. It's Rakowski, and then it's Lindy. Everybody else for the Blue Oval here in NASA Rallycross Contenders.
Yeah, it's Jake Robichaud is the first one in the sim box as well. He fires right off. I saw his name light up. He's ready to go, hungry for an LCQ finish here in the transfer.
Getting ready. 5 laps, 1 joker, top 2 transfer in the semifinal. Green flag. Off the line. It's pretty equal between Dubois and Rateau. They pull Robichaud down to the first corner. Dubois nearly into Rateau. He does touch him in the 000 to the 63. Pushes him wide. Robichaud leads ahead of Dubois, Wetz, and Rakowski with Rateau. If I'm Wetz or Rakowski, I would joker as soon as you can. Off the road goes Dubois in the 000. Wetz behind him in the 71. Off the road goes Robichaud. 4 cars under a blanket, couple car lengths between Robichaud to Dubois. Make it 1.5, maybe 2 from Dubois to Wetz. And Rakowski, I think that first lap joker strategy would be a good idea, but the question is, are you going to have the delta to come out in front of Jake Robichaud if you're Rakowski, or are you going to be battling on exit? We'll just have to wait.
No. Yeah, and they're already all go. It's a huge strategy team.
Them.
Wow, this is unbelievable. So this leaves really Olivier Rateau, and Eric Dubois really hitting the dust at this
track in the back of the field. He nearly hit the gantry over the jump. Dubois has not jokered, and now Rakowski's going to have to do this the hard way on track against 3rd all-time on the Supercar wins list, Chris Wetz.
Chris Wetz and Eric Dubois sitting there really just waiting
outside
for an
move.
opportunity. It's really tight here in the hairpin, Josh. She's got a better run. Rakowski does.
Now we head through.
Fades off a little bit in the second phase.
Down the backstretch to the International Horseshoe.
Robichaud thinks about going to the joker, but doesn't.
Rakowski deep on the brakes in the 999, locked up the right front, and we take 3 laps to go in the semifinal.
Wow, Dubois just
Robichaud
needs to
over the
really
jump.
take a deep breath.
Rakowski goes fastest, 40.8.
Rakowski's almost being held up by Wets here. A little bit of a nudge on the exit there, Josh.
Beautiful run for the 999. I don't believe Dubois has jokered in the 000.
Could not handle the weight transfer there over the bumps, Josh. Had a little bit of a hard time getting the car righted. Nearly hit the wall, but managed to smack the e-brake at the end and get that fixed. But that's a lot of time lost for Rakowski here. Dubois is in striking distance if he wants to hold on here and take his joker in the next lap or two. Needs to take it soon.
Locks up the right front again. Does Rakowski. Fastest of all, Chris Wets, 40.717 is the man from Texas. Rakowski was 0.6 down. Wets was 0.4 up on Robichaud. Nearly into the fence was the 69. Drifting, pushing so hard as your pops. Runs it very wide.
He is. He needs to take a deep breath and big time, because Wets is not somebody you want breathing down your neck, and Rakowski right there in tow in case something happens. But this is definitely Robichaud's race to lose. He takes an inside line here. Absolutely starts defending. He's feeling it. The tires must be getting a little bit cooked, Josh.
Final lap for Jake Robichaud in the 69 in the semifinal, followed by Chris Wets in the 71, and Jess Rakowski on the outside looking in. Wets, little squirrely over the jump. Robichaud goes quickest, 40.7. All of them ran 40.7s for the top three.
Unbelievable. Great exit from Robichaud there in the final sector here. Hits the hairpin perfectly.
Rakowski deep on the brakes.
Like
We saw this last season. Rakowski sent it in the semifinal to make a transfer spot. I believe it was on Josh Klog in the Supercar race down the back straightaway to the International Horseshoe for the final time. It is going to be a send for Rakowski. She tries what she can. Robichaud off the final corner wins the semifinal. Wets runs it wide. He transfers in the 71. Best of the rest is Rakowski, Dubois, and Rateau.
Slams the gantry. Rakowski does, trying to send it.
Second place in points, out in the semifinal.
Wow. Unbelievable race, Josh. Came right down to really a joker strategy decision from all of those drivers that just pipped them all and make them have to bring it down on the track. That's a tough thing to do somewhere here like Daytona. Really, you almost rely on joker strategy or a mistake in the hairpin somewhere or a slowdown to make your passes. Great work from all of these drivers here.
Qualifying is over, and the contenders Daytona Grand Prix on the other side of the break.
So interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds
By
it.
side between these two in turn one, this is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Ragster acing the entry to turn one, up and to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Mertz will hold his spot. We welcome you back to round 170 of the championship overall and round 6 of the 19th season of NASA Rallycross Contenders here in Daytona Beach. With Bryan Sawyer in the production truck and 2022A champion Justin Robichaud next to me in the commentary box. My name is Josh Mertz, live on the Automotive Sports Network. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problems, our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you so much, Rob Hartland, for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. As NASA Rallycross Contenders, presented by Virtual Gaming Alliance. Don't be a real dork, be a virtual one. And you can shop. Once I find it, I'm embarrassed to say that I've completely lost there. There you go. Shop now at vtrl-alliance.square.site. Thank you, Google Drive, for not functioning. And thank you, Dylan Thomas, for all your support with NASA Rallycross Contenders. Cameras all season, brought to you by Whiplash SimCams, facebook.com/Whiplash Media. And coverage on ASN tonight, brought to you by NordVPN for up to 71% off a 2-year plan with 3 months free. NordVPN.com/ASN TV USA. And finally, the intro music for the NASA World feed produced by Alex Sabetti. Words are hard, reading is hard, and we are getting ready. We are getting ready to see who is going to join Marwan Moftah in 2018B and Jamison Huffman in 2022B as a winner of NASA Rallycross Contenders in Daytona Beach, Justin.
Oh, I'm very excited to see what's going to be. I think it's going to be Lindy. I really do. But Joshua Darnell looking very good tonight. I think he might have a great shot here. It may just depend on the start here, Josh.
39.8 for Lindy in
warm-up. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I don't care who's quickest in warm-up, Josh. It's all about that first line in T1. Is someone going to lock up behind these guys and make it dramatic this evening? I really hope not. But history has really proved us wrong. Time and time again, it could be Lindy's race on the outside. It could be Darnell's on the inside. We'll see tonight. Very excited, though. Very excited, nonetheless. Whoa, Lindy's so close to the wall there. He's really pushing very hard. He's trying some different things here in practice, Josh.
Couple programming notes before we get rolling. For the feature race. We do have OSRL GT off this week. We'll be back next Thursday, May 2nd at Circuit des Sports Francorchamps in Belgium, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Bryan, Sawyer, I think Cody Erdmann or Justin Robichaud. You guys can figure that one out. Myself, Josh Mertz for that one. NASA Rallycross lights at the Charlotte Infield Road Course for the first Endurance/Gymkhana round of the season. That is next Sunday, April 28th, 9 p.m. Eastern. Victor Valley, James Watson, and Jared Lott. And our next round for the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge, also in Charlotte, April 29th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, starting with contenders and going up to Supercars. Bryan, Sawyer, Justin Robichaud, myself, Josh Mertz for that. And if my bad luck has been any indication, I'm just going to go for a trophy on Sunday. And hopefully have a good time and not crash or going to slow down for like the 4th consecutive week. So, as Bryan is trolling us in our ears right now, Matthew Lindy. Oh, can I tell people what you just told us? There's a guy potentially coming back. I can't say anything else. Actually, there's 2 guys potentially coming back. Justin Robichaud, let's bring that up. We've got a minute until warm-up. And the supercar class, we might be getting 3 or 4 guys back in the next couple weeks. That's super exciting.
Oh, that'd be so exciting. I'm very excited. There's a couple names I wish they would start to come back. I know there are some issues, and we just want to see everyone back, everyone racing with us again. I've been having a lot of fun up here in the booth. I've been thinking about going back down and racing. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm liking it up here. I might like it down. I don't know. I'm torn. Lots of fun in the future here in NASA,
if the plans that we can't really announce happen, you'll have 1 race to call and 1 race to race.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, we might. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Let's see in warm up. Matthew Lindy, 39.895. Josh Darnell, 40.0. And it is a 0.7 of a second gap back to Matty Morris. So Josh Darnell, like I said earlier on, might be the one guy to potentially ruin Matthew Lindy's win streak, just like he was the guy who tried to end Cody Crossgrove's win streak last season.
It could be. This would be an incredibly spicy season, Josh, if Darnell comes in here and steals a victory from Lindy and holds that streak off, or just kills it right here, right then and there. I'd be flabbergasted. What an end to an excellent Cinderella story it would be as we fire off here for our feature race, Josh.
Grid for the Daytona Grand Prix for NASA Rallycross contenders. Josh Darnell, first time on pole position this season. Matthew Lindy, Matty Grove, Matty Morris, Jake Robichaud, and Chris Wetz. Remember, the top 5 from this race will transfer up to the supercar race in just a couple moments. We have 6 cars, 10 laps, 2 jokers, no joker off the immediate start. I know we messed that up in the first heat race, so they'll come around and be able to joker as we get ready to go green in Daytona Beach. Green flag off the line, off the start. It's side by side with Lindy and Darnell. Down to the first corner. It's Grove and Morris as well in the second row. Down to the first corner. Lindy complained under braking. It looks like Darnell sneaks away and takes the lead. The man from Maryland into turn 1 and 2, through the chicane, through the dirt. Lindy's got a better run over the jump. Side by side into turn 3, into turn 4. Very tricky. Very calm. Matty Morris sneaks in, taps Lindy. Lindy caught both in the grass. Is it going to be a slowdown for Lindy? No slowdown. No slowdown.
The only one I see is Wetz, but he's at the end here in 6.
71. Will we see? Wow. That's impressive. No slowdown. Will we see a joker for Lindy? We ride on board the kid from California. 5 wins on the trot, looking to get a 6th. He'll take the joker on his first opportunity. This is crucial. Get the clear track, get away from traffic, and he leads at the end of the first lap, Justin.
He does. He takes a sizable lead. I think this is the correct call. He's going to want to get his head
off
down.
The jump. I thought he was going towards the wall.
Oh, no, I was thinking the same thing. You're right. I was holding my breath almost. It didn't look like he was going the right way. The Subaru, so weird with the way it transfers weight, Josh. So long of a wheelbase. It's
locks up the right rear.
Locks up a little bit.
If you're Darnell, you have to respond now. I'm trying so hard not to interrupt you, but
you have to.
Darnell, if you're Darnell, you have to joker now to respond. Is he? No, he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Very confident is Darnell
Morris,
here.
Grove, Wetz, and Robichaud. That's the running order. Gap is about 0.6 of a second. It's hovered there for the last lap since we took the green. It's now a second. Fastest of all, Josh Darnell, 40.779. 40.9 for Lindy. Darnell's up.
Wow.
On pace.
He is. He is up on pace. He's got a little bit of a cushion here ahead of Lindy as well. Lindy kind of checking out a little bit, but we got to think about that. Joker's already been done, so Darnell really could hit back at any moment now. Confident he is. Holding off his Joker, Josh. I don't know. Does he not? He might just want to avoid having him behind him.
Now he does. Joker in the 029, locks up the right front. Locks up the right front. Exiting the Joker on the merge. Darnell to the race lead again. There is a determination from the man from Maryland.
Great run over the jump here, Josh, is Lindy. It's going to be a battle here in a very crucial section.
Lindy fastest of all, 40.0. It is 0.2 of a second. We ride on board Lindy in car number 3, the only Subaru in this field that made it to the feature, and the Subaru is complaining over the bump there in the tires.
He turns a bit too early. Turns a bit too early, Josh. He smacks the tires on entry, and that gives up a ton of time to Darnell.
I'll tell you what, if Lindy jokers and he can't make up this gap, this might be Darnell's race. The gap is 3/4 of a second. Call it 8, call it 0.9 of a second. Morris jokers for his first time. Grove jokers in the 472.
Oh, it's going to be a battle of chess, Josh, here of who's going to take that next one first. It could be crucial here. There's something to be said about having a driver behind you for 2
Does Lindy get a slowdown on that? He does not. Wetz does, though, in the 71.
Wetz does. Oh, just interesting, Josh, here. We'll see. The lines are very similar through the hairpin. Lindy getting a bit. Oh, Darnell has a great exit through this sector, Josh. It's really going to be a Joker decision.
Will we see?
I wouldn't want, oh, here it goes. Here goes Lindy.
Jokers. Lindy Jokers. We come to cross flags. Halfway home. Deep in the Joker. Where is Darnell? I'll tell you what. If Darnell hangs with Lindy, this race is over. We take halfway home.
Could be. Oh, man. There's something to be said about having someone behind you, though.
Jump! They both were pointed towards the wall. I had a heart and mouth moment there, Justin.
Ooh, and I would rather be Darnell chasing Lindy here with one Joker left, Josh. 100%. This is an easy race. You put your head down. Chasing is so much fun. Lindy is the one with the pressure on him now with Darnell sitting behind there with one Joker, Josh. This is an interesting and incredible battle for the feature race.
Gap is about a second. Question is, would you do it now and then be able to hold the pressure? Lindy deep in the final corner.
No way. Not at this moment. He knows he has it. He still does.
Gap is 3/4 of a second.
For at least a couple more. He's going to battle till probably he starts to feel uncomfortable himself.
I cannot believe that Lindy did not crash that car.
Darnell a bit tight there, has to tighten his apex a little bit. Sacrifices his run here a little bit. Josh going into hairpin.
After that mistake, you're going to have to Joker.
Almost has to. I was just going to say that. Yeah, once you start to feel out of your groove, you just have to take it. Again, a little bit shaky on the exit there on hairpin.
1.2
a little bit of time.
Is the gap.
Go for it. He's going to go for it unless he feels like.
Coming at 3 laps to go. No Joker. Lindy is full commitment on the brakes. Right rear locked up again. Matty Morris is holding third on the podium. Just to update everybody here. He has one Joker left. Grove has one Joker left. Robichaud done. Wetz has one Joker left. Lindy full send over the jump ahead of Darnell. The gap is 1.7. This gap might be too much for Darnell. I know Bryan said off monitor. Would Darnell wait until the last lap?
Yeah, Bryan's pretty confident. He thinks it's going to do it. This is going to be so tight. Wow.
You're allowing potentially Lindy to run away with this race. That's my only concern.
So much can happen in the last couple laps, Josh. Let's see what happens here.
No Joker. Lindy locks up again. Darnell's deep into the final corner. Gap is a second and a half. 2 laps to go from Matthew Lindy and car number 3, bouncing on the landing there in the Subaru.
Wow. It's really close. I think Darnell's going to have it, Josh. He's going to have it, I think. If he keeps up this pace, he doesn't make a mistake here in the final sector. He's got an excellent shot at it.
We talked about Josh Darnell in Iowa last season being the guy to end Cody Crosgrove win streak. That did not happen. Crosgrove took 6 in a row. It was Cody Winicky that broke that streak. We're going to come to the white flag here in Daytona Beach. It's 1.8 seconds is the gap, and there's a Joker in the balance for Josh Darnell as Lindy takes the white flag.
Wow. I think it's about a second and a half here. It's so close.
Lindy slides it! Full commitment in car number 3.
From Lindy.
He's going to lose
That's gonna bleed some time, though.
Gap is 1.3.
Oh, boy.
That might have sealed it for Darnell. If you do not make a mistake, we don't want to speak too soon, of course. We've seen crazier things happen over the last 12 years.
He just needs to hold on.
Gap is 1.8. Final time of asking for the Joker. Matthew Lindy leads ahead of Josh Darnell. Darnell dips into the Joker. No, this is Lindy's race. This is Lindy's race at the line. Lindy wins in Daytona. Darnell second. I told you should have jokered sooner. Nettie Morris third. Nettie Grove fourth. Robichaud and Wetz fifth and sixth. And Lindy sixth in a row ties Cosgrove's record.
Well, by a quarter of a second. 0.249 at the line. Unbelievable finish.
Retirement home might be where the old man is, but he still knows when to joker.
That was wild. Has to be the wildest contenders race we've had all season, Josh. And Lindy very happy with himself. You know his heart is beating in his throat at the moment. I wouldn't want to be that close at the line with a streak right there. Darnell looking so good tonight. And what a fantastic race it was.
So Lindy, did Darnell, what happened to Darnell? Did he get a slowdown? Oh, was it a merge issue? Unless my graphic is...
Oh.
Wow.
He went over the line. So stewards call him off the line and pull him back. Ouch.
That's brutal. To be so
Ouch.
close to a win and have that, especially the podium ripped away from you, is even worse.
I mean, thankfully he still moves on tonight, but ouch, in the point standings, that really does hurt. Unbelievable calling there. But that's what it is. Wow.
Make sure you are unmuted on Discord, my friend. We are going to begin the chats. And our first conversation of the evening is going to be Matty Grove, the former series champion. Ooh. And I'm going to do this with you in this commentary box, my friend, as you've got kiddos Riley and Lane and Mama Bear Shelby watching. This is super exciting. Granted, the detriment to Josh Darnell, but yeah, Justin Robichaud, all yours.
Man. Wow.
What's up,
Talk me through the race. What's up, buddy? What's up?
Man.
Relatively
Dude,
quiet for you, but a good result. Talk me through that.
Oh man, just dude, that feature, dude, got my teammate in front of me, teammate behind me, and I know there's a real good connection with you and him. Dude, just the communication between each other on this team. I mean, to be honest, all we were really trying to do was make sure that Jake had the delta for all of us to pull into the supercar race tonight, man. This field's amazing. This league. Oh man. If you guys are on iRacing and you like iRacing Rallycross and you're not in NASA, you guys are sleeping. You need to get on www.nasasimracing.com. Get over here, get some races in with us. I can't explain how much fun this is. Huge shout out. Kiddos, Riley, Lane, sweetheart Shelby, I love all of you. Thank you for putting up with me, putting time into the rig race. And little dude Lane, thank you for coming down here, riding around in the car with me, getting some practice driving. So my little dude turned 6 Wednesday. So he's been down here in the rig. We're just trying to get his legs long enough, and we might have two of us out here, dude.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Look,
again,
Maddie,
go ahead.
Quick thank you. Quick thank you, buddy. Gives you quick thank yous.
Absolutely, Justin. Thank you guys as always, man. Without you guys and everybody on our admin team, this wouldn't happen. Shout out to Bryan, everybody that helps in ASN. Big shout out to the Lord above. Without him, I wouldn't have woke up this morning and wouldn't have been able to do this. Again, huge shout out to my wife and kids for letting me do this. And man, I'm gonna go up and see them real quick for a few minutes upstairs, and then I'll be back for the Supercars race. See if we can put this in the main again.
Let's go, baby! Great
Heck
job,
yeah.
Matt. We'll see you in the next one.
Run,
Again. Good luck, buddy.
Run.
Thank you,
Go
guys.
enjoy
Love
it.
you guys much.
It was a surprise second place finish for Matty Morris. Justin, all yours.
Matty, you were giving it to him all night. What a great little race. They did check off a little bit, but talk me through it.
Yeah, kind of surprised myself on pace, to be honest with you. Especially on the opening of the feature, kind of being able to hold up to those boys up front there. But yeah, they steadily pulled away from me, but overall, good day.
Absolutely, and I know you can end up P2 tonight. Darnell drops to fourth. You probably see through the results. So great result. Who would you like to thank before we send? Yeah. Who'd you like to thank before we send you off to that next one?
Big thanks to you guys, everybody over at Sleepex Racing. Shout out to Russell Peterson. You need to get back in here.
I
Yes, he
second that.
does.
I second that.
Told him I'd call him out next time I get up here. So yeah, get back in it. Yeah, shout out to a couple of coworkers that are watching, and yeah, big thanks to you guys, all of the viewers out there too.
Thank you, Matty Morris. We'll see you in the next one, and good luck, my friend. Good job with P2.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All race long, we were talking about Josh Darnell stealing the show and preventing you from tying Cody Cosgrove's record. You have tied that record 6 wins in a row. Your first 6 wins in NASA Rallycross. You're just setting records, kid. Justin Robichaud, all yours.
Whew, yeah, Josh is right. We did think it was going to be very close at the line, and it was, but you ended up taking it. Talk us through that. Was that last lap as heart throbbing as we thought it was?
I feel like all laps were really just heart throbbing. I was pushing the thing. I was just pushing the thing under 10%. Just making sure it's going to be a comfortable gap. And I mean, I feel like it definitely was going to be a very comfortable gap after Darnell's Joker if I didn't make that mistake off the jump. It's just I flicked it a little too hard on the jump, and then the weight transfer just got all crazy on it, and that's what made it really very close. But I mean, it was a heap of fun racing Darnell, and I love to see that improvement from Darnell. Darnell is definitely a great, clean racer.
Oh, absolutely. That race entirely was so fun to watch. Can't wait for you to go back and see it again. Let's get a quick thank you, Matthew. Who'd you like to thank before we send you up in that super session?
Yeah, but I'd like to thank the Lord up above. I'd like to thank my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, my dogs. I'd like to thank the team KES, everyone at there, Evan, Robbie, Dylan, Adam Alderton, all the guys there, and all of our sponsors: Pit Viper, Milan, Fluid Logic, OMP, True Speed, and Marlin Sports. All those guys, they just help out a bunch.
I've got one thing before we let you go. It is your task to get your teammates. No pressure. Get all your teammates back here. Let's make it super fun.
We were planning on having 4 cars this season, but some stuff happened and some people weren't able to make it. But hopefully, we'll be able to make it for the B.
I'm super excited. Good run, my friend, tying that record, and we'll see you in the next race.
Let's see you guys.
So we're going to go quickly over points, and then we're going to step aside for a little bit of a break. So the Drivers' Championship, exiting Daytona, 140, Jess Rakowski, 92. A full race is 28 points. So not quite 2 races yet, but Matthew Lindy getting very close to almost 2 race wins ahead of Jess Rakowski. Josh Darnell and Matty Morris tied for 3rd. And those commitment lines, so tricky to get right, so I certainly feel for Darnell in the 029. Matty Grove, Wetz, Boyles, Robichaud, Dubois, and Paige Morton rounding out the top 10. In the Teams Championship, KES Industries still going to be leading that championship. Slapex Ford, JC Simsport Jr., Slapex Subaru, and TWR Fiesta Siesta rounding out the top 5 there. Manufacturers Championship, I can tell you Subaru, Ford, and Volkswagen without even looking at the points table. And we take a look there. So on the other side of the break, it will be the Daytona Grand Prix for NASA Rallycross Supercars. Stick around.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds
Side by
it.
side between these two in turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Robbie's going to hold the spot. Let's go. We welcome you back to the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge. Bryan Sawyer is really good at graphics here in Daytona Beach, Florida. The graphic says contenders. It's okay. Bryan, Sawyer in the production truck. 2022A Contenders Champion Justin Robichaud. My name is Josh Mertz. I promise we're professional here on ASN.
I'll get up in a second. You watch just a second.
It's a known rule that we just openly make fun of each other, and that's totally okay. The NASA Rallycross Challenge brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. Don't worry about the graphics. I'll just go through my ad read. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you, Rob Hartland, for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Cameras for tonight's broadcast brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/whiplashmedia. Thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for your camera support all season. Coverage on ASN tonight also brought to you by NordVPN. For up to 71% off a 2-year plan with 3 months free, visit nordvpn.com/ASNTVUSA. And finally, the intro music for the NASA World feed produced by our very own Alex Abetti. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and ring the bell to be notified of our live streams on Sunday, Monday, and Thursdays, along with our short-form content courtesy of Jess Rakowski. If you'd like to race at NASA, we have something for everyone here in 2024. All the info is at www.nasasimracing.com. Just a reminder, in NASA Rallycross, our format is as follows. We are finishing open practice now. It will lead into a 3-lap single-car qualifying that splits the field equally into 5-lap heat races with 1 joker lap. The top 2 transfer to the feature automatically. The winner will get 3 bonus points. The runner-up gets 2. The rest of our drivers sent to the semifinal, 5 laps with 1 joker. Top 2 will transfer into the feature, and the winner will receive a bonus point. This will set the grid for the 10-lap feature race, where the points are awarded and trophies are handed out. And unique to NASA Rallycross, like always for the last 12 years, 2 jokers taken during the feature. Coming into tonight's Daytona Grand Prix, we have a tie at the top of the Drivers' Championship with Evan McFarlane and Kieran Lifflander. Wake me up, pinch me, whatever. We joke about a low car count, right? It doesn't matter. We've got a tie at the top of the championship. 79 for Lindy, 58 for Kirtley, 52 for Darnell. We take a look down the order. Francois Martel back after a couple weeks off, the former series champion. Good to see him back. Matty Grove, Rakowski, Rafos, and Chris Wetz. The Constructors Championship, KES Industries 207. I'm going to basically call that championship clinched, as they are the only multi-car team, but of course we cannot claim that fully yet. Zeem Setup Shop, Slapex Ford, TWR Fiesta Siesta, Subi Squad down the order there. And the Manufacturers Championship, Subaru, Ford, and Volkswagen. So we are going to begin qualifying Justin Robichaud, and it is going to be yet another duel between Kieran Lifflander and Evan McFarlane. But the most recent winner here, Francois Martel in 2022B, what do you think the former champion has against those kids?
Ooh, I mean, looking off practice times, Francois Martel is sitting in 3rd, so very interested to see what he has here tonight. I don't know what he's been doing the last few weeks. Fantastic to see him back. We've mentioned that before, but is he going to be a little bit rusty tonight? We're going to find that out very quickly. He's off immediately, it looks like.
First car on track, yeah. Jake Robichaud in the 69. He will cross the line. Matty Grove, former Contenders champion, just on the podium a couple moments ago. He'll begin his lap. Francois Martel, champion of the series in 2023B. Lindy crosses the line. He hit the gantry, Lindy did, in car number 3, but we'll go back and look at Jake Robichaud here.
We did jump over to Martel on broadcast, but personally I'm watching Martel at the moment. Just want to see what our defending champion has as we do follow Jake Robichaud.
Robichaud down to the final corner. Let's see what the 69 will do in the Ford Fiesta. Crossing the line. 40.4 is the first benchmark. Matty Morris begins his run. Martel will cross the line. 39.3. Grove, 41.2. Darnell, that lap didn't count for him. Lindy, 39.6. Kieran Lifflander. Lifflander messed up his first lap in the 20. And McFarlane not on track. So the defending champion not on track. And Lifflander, co-points leader. And Lindy made a mistake too.
Ooh, Francois over-rotates in the hairpin there and deletes that lap immediately. So his second lap down. He'll be opting for his 3rd.
We talk about this every week, and I'm sure it gets tiring for everyone that's watching, and I apologize. But the fact that these guys making mistakes in qualifying, what does that mean? Well, that means that these guys are fully committed, full bravery to try and make these laps as picture perfect as they can. Martel currently sits fastest at a 39.8. despite having an issue at a 42-second lap, I'm trying to find on my screen Kieran Lifflander, if we can pick him up. He is entering the dirt on the oval in car number 20. The kid has been setting NASA Rallycross alight in lights, no pun intended, and in supercars. Has been winning everything, Justin Robichaud. And the skill that you need to jump into both cars and be fast is bonkers, bananas, whatever term you want. Off the final corner, Lifflander crosses the line. 39-0.
I don't know. It's going to be Francois to watch right now. Francois on a heater at the moment.
39-1. He does not get Lifflander. Lifflander's fastest of all so far. It's a 10th and a half.
Oh, and that was Francois Martel's final lap, so he won't get pole position tonight, Josh. Lifflander, who else do we have? Evan McFarland, notorious for leaving it to the last moment. He jumps out here now.
I'm thinking Lifflander's going to hit a 38. Lifflander gave it up.
Oh,
Lifflander has given it up. So
that's it. Must have been
what have we talked about before? Evan, if you're watching this later on, the stage is yours, my friend. Championship leader, co-championship leader, and the defending champion in car number 1. Such an intimidating car number 1 with the day glow on it and full black there, Justin, as he enters the oval for just a pinch on his first qualifying lap.
Wow, so close to the wall on the exit there to the left, Josh. A little bit shaky through hairpin, I think. Wasn't incredibly smooth. A little bit of wheel spin on the exit. He's not going to love this lap at the moment, but it could be fairly quick. We'll see. He smacked the wall there, actually. That was it sounded like contact to me, Josh. That one may not count. We'll find out in a second.
Final corner across the line. 39.004! Is it?
Wow.
It is!
Oh,
By 3/100ths of a second! It's pole position for Evan McFarland! What have I told you? This is incredible!
Oh,
wow!
That must have been a 0x, that contact.
Wow.
So light here. This one here, Josh, he's down 3/10. He smacks the wall hard down the exit. He knows it's over.
Done. He doesn't even have to run the last lap.
Wow. Everyone off here. Unbelievable.
I do not care that we have technically four supercar drivers, okay? I don't care. The gap
for it anyways,
is
though.
0.025 for pole position. I don't care. That's incredible.
He's firing off and going again here, Josh. He's already purple on his first lap. This Delta looking great so far. He's fantastic on the exit here. Super close to the exit on left.
But just take us on board, Bryan. Take us on board. And let's just enjoy this. Enjoy this last half lap.
This is looking like a hot lap again, Josh.
I think a 38. I'm calling it. If it counts after that little wall hit, 38.
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah.
Final
you know that wall hit doesn't get.
This is unbelievable stuff that we're witnessing. Crosses the 38.771.
Oh my word!
I have a smile from ear to ear. Justin Robichaud, Bryan Sawyer. Wow.
It's a 38.7. Wow.
I cannot believe what we are watching over the last 6 races. Incredible. This is an open invitation to all the Pro World Championship drivers. I say it every week. If you guys show up, I'm going to lose my mind even more because I'm already losing it over 2 cars. Wow.
That's just incredible, Josh. He's 3/10 ahead. What a phenomenal, just a brilliant lap. So close to the edge. He's kissing the walls. You can hear it, but still it counts as a 0x. Keeps it so tight.
We're going to let Josh Darnell run these last couple laps. We're going to go over a couple programming notes here on the Automotive Sports Network. OSRL GT Series off this Thursday. Their next race will be May 2nd, the following Thursday, at the Circuit des Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You'll have Bryan Sawyer, Cody Erdmann / Justin Robichaud. If you guys fist fight to figure out who's joining me, myself, Josh Mertz, I will be back after some personal matters that I had to deal with last week. NASA Rallycross lights in Charlotte in North Carolina, but it's not the Rallycross track. We are running the Infield Legends Road Course. Super exciting for the first Endurance Cup race, and it's going to be a Gymkhana round. Super exciting for that. Sunday, April 28th, 9 p.m. Eastern, Victor Valley, James Watson, Jared Lott. And our next round for the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge, also at the Charlotte Road Course, April 29th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, starting with contenders, moving up to Supercars, Bryan Sawyer, Justin Robichaud, and myself, Josh Mertz, for that. So, course, we'll get full confirmation of the grid for the heat races here in a moment, but I think it's going to be Evan, Francois, Lindy, Darnell, Grove, Lifflander, Kirtley, Morris, and Robichaud. In this heat 1, if this holds, well, I think it will hold because Darnell's qualifying run is technically over. So we're just going to wait this out, and wow, obviously we got to get through the heats in the semifinal. What's going to happen in this feature? Are we going to see chaos in turn 1 again?
I suspect we may see something. We have, but you know what? It looks like it's a bit cool out there. The fog settled in just a smidge. Everybody seems to have a good grip on the cars, so turn 1 incidents seem to be all right when there isn't a lot of temperatures out there or slick weather out and available. It pops the weather up for us. Look at that, Brian. That's fantastic. So
grid for heat number 1: Evan McFarlane, Francois Martel, Matthew Lindy, Josh Darnell, and Matty Grove for our first heat race this evening here in Daytona Beach.
Ooh.
And these two, we can never forget when they were teammates last season on the OSS Racing Division, and they were door to door, beating and banging for laps on end at Wild West out in California. That was, in Nevada. My apologies there. So that was a fun race. And Matthew Lindy, it's a KES sandwich for Francois Martel here.
You're right. It's going to be a tough battle for all of them, really. Darnell's been looking really great here tonight, so if he can get a good little hole shot here and stick behind Martel, he's got a great shot here.
McFarlane's on grid. We get ready for Heat 1 in Daytona Beach. Green flag off the line. What a start from the KES cars. Down in the first corner, Martel has no choice but to file in, or will he? He shoots the middle in the 12, gives Lindy a nudge, and the contenders points leader around in turn 1. McFarlane will lead into turn 1, into turn 2. So tricky with the refresh dirt because you just ran a lap where it was completely clean. McFarlane, Martel, Darnell, Grove, and Lindy on the outside looking in now after the issue in turn 1. Remember, we can joker on the first lap of the race. I'll correct myself from earlier. You cannot joker off the initial start, but you can joker you can joker now as we head towards the final corner for the first time in anger. Evan McFarlane already pulled away, 2.5, make it 1.6 ahead of Francois Martel. No joker for the top 2. Darnell, who was quick in contenders. Grove, I don't know if Lindy's going to joker, but at the end of the first lap, Evan McFarlane leads.
Yeah, Lindy looks like he had a little bit of an issue somewhere, Josh, and I'm trying to figure out where. Oh, it is with the contact, actually. Going back here now. Seems to have gotten some damage through that. Regardless, it doesn't look like he's very eager to finish the laps. Can't keep the car kind of straight, so unfortunate luck for Lindy here sitting at the rear. It seems to just be McFarlane's race at the moment.
It's going to be a brawl in the semifinal. I'll tell you that much. Between
you know it.
Lindy and everybody else, especially when you get a fast guy caught in the semifinal. May or may not have been Bryan Sawyer last night, and I still apologize for that one. But when you get a fast guy caught in the semifinal, there's stuff that could happen, and we've seen it as we take a look at Josh Darnell. Fastest of all, 39.1, Evan McFarlane.
Now watching Lindy.
And Darnell going to slow down. Now. He did. Comes out in front of Grove, and
wow.
Grove is fuming over the radio. Darnell apologizes, and that puts Lindy in third.
Not happy about that incident. Not happy about that at all. Oof.
So that's going to be semifinal visits for Darnell and Grove. Not sure if we can actually pull up picture-in-picture in Rallycross. Hopefully, maybe we can. Take a second look. Bryan says no. I apologize there.
Oh, awful. I'm going back to watch it now. It's just it's a bad decision. Just some bad decisions there.
Talk us through what you see.
It looks like he's fighting a slowdown. He has to be. I can't see that on my live timing screen, but he basically just comes off the jump. And yeah, he fights a slowdown right through the middle of the track, and Grove right behind him. He basically took his slowdown without checking the relevance at all. Unfortunate incident, really.
McFarlane leads. Hey, ooh, is that going to be a commitment line violation for car number 1? Oh. He was committed and changed his mind.
Oh, no.
I don't think it will be. It is not. We take the white flag. Martel holds second. Darnell comes over chat and says, Grove, I'm sorry, got to slow down. I was trying to move off the racing line. So at least he apologized in the 029, but still. I'll tell you what, Lindy's
Yeah.
on a mission to try and get back to the transfer. He has overjumped in car number 3. I wouldn't push it too hard, Lindy. You're in the best of the rest spot.
Ooh. There's so much damage on that Subaru now. He's really fighting the ability to rotate. I think those rears are just are really working against each other.
Exits the Joker, defending champion, pole position for the Daytona Grand Prix. Francois Martel follows him home in second. Best of the rest will be Lindy, followed by the pit lane bound drivers of Josh Darnell and Matty Grove after the incident over the jump.
Rough little scenario to be in. And
I think that is torn up. That car's torn up.
That car is torn up big time. He's having a hard time keeping it straight, but he still manages to get across. A good little P3 there for Lindy. Best of the rest, as you said.
Heat 2, Kieran Lifflander, Robbie Kirtley, Matty Morris, and Jake Robichaud. No disrespect to the other 3, but this is going to be a battle for the transfer spot, I think.
Oh,
but
yeah.
We've seen again, crazy things happen.
Oh, you never know. Really, turn 1 can be quite the equalizer here, Josh.
Heat 2 in Daytona Beach.
Looks like the sun's starting to come out a little bit here, so that could affect T1.
Green flag off the line. Lifflander doesn't get a good jump in the first phase. He'll beat the Fords down to turn 1. It looks like deep on the brakes is Kirtley. Morris on the outside. Lifflander holds the spot. Put him to the lead. Nearly contact between the teammates. It's a Slaypex 2-3-4, followed by Zeem setup shop out and away from the rest of the field. Kieran Lifflander over the jump. Kirtley overjumps in the 0-24. So does Robichaud. So does Morris. Now, if you're Kirtley, try your best to hang onto the rear wing of that 20 car.
Absolutely. Kieran Lifflander is a driver you definitely want to stick behind and follow. He's going to be away and away here soon. Kirtley, though, in an excellent position to just file in behind him. These 2 behind, just battle it out. Robichaud and Morris very close here, Josh, especially through the hairpin. Robichaud gets a little bit of a good run here in the final sector.
Kirtley Jokers.
We'll see. He does. He's going to give him the edge against Lifflander for a little bit.
Lap, he'll take the spot and just annoy Kieran Lifflander just a pinch in car number 20. Over the jump.
Hold him up a little.
Kirtley leads ahead of Lifflander through turn 5, through turn 6. What a run. Lifflander over the curb. And that is going to be a slowdown for the 20.
Ouch, and he has to serve that, and that gives Kirtley a huge advantage over Lifflander.
Now, if you're Kieran, do you Joker now? Robichaud nearly into the 20.
Robichaud goes out of nowhere. Wow, a little bit hard on the brakes. Pushing really hard here. Sees a little bit of an opportunity, Josh.
If you're Kieran, do you Joker now, or do you wait? He's going to wait.
He's going to wait. He is, yeah. He's got a lot of damage in the rear there as well now. Taking a little bit every time he takes the jumps. Very aggressive, very fast. Oh, he smacks the gantry just a smidge there as well.
The gap has been cut in half over 1 corner. Fastest of all, Robbie Kirtley. Slow down again for Lifflander, I think. He is...
He does.
I can tell you exactly what's happening. Kieran is fuming over that contact with Kirtley, and he's overdriving. The championship, the co-points leader, is got a really messed up car, and he's down by 5 seconds.
Oh, I can tell you now, his car body language, Josh, is very aggressive, especially when he was exiting the black flag there. Smacking the walls
Joker,
now,
he does not.
Oh, boy.
2 laps to go.
I'd be upset, too. I'd be upset, too. That slowdown in the first sector basically is where he's getting it right here. I think it's where he got it last time. Is very
fully
brutal.
Committed over the jump.
Oh.
Last lap of the 43-second lap because of the slowdown. Lifflander, no slowdowns yet in the 20. Close. He looks good so far. This is going to be a Herculean effort if he can close this gap over the next lap and a half. I don't think it'll happen. Kirtley leads.
So, Josh.
If Kieran can hold this spot, he'll still obviously make it into the feature, but that's going to put him on the, I think, inside of row 2. White flag for Kirtley.
It is Kirtley's race
Morris
to lose
Jokers.
here now. Let's not commentators curse nothing here, but Kirtley just has to put his head down and get a good
over the
lap
jump.
Here.
Did he overjump? Fastest of all, 39.4 for the kid from South Carolina.
He's clean. He's good here through, and he's good as well.
Kirtley, Lifflander, Morris, and Robichaud. That's your running order. If it stands like this, Lifflander will be behind McFarland on the grid for the Grand Prix.
Yeah, it will. That gap has been clawed easily by Lifflander, but it's not enough here. Sitting about 4.5 seconds goes in for his Jokers.
What a surprise. Robbie Kirtley wins heat number 2. Co-points leader Lifflander will transfer, but it's not in a race win. And Morris and Robichaud to the semifinal.
Unbelievable, Josh. This is crazy. I just can't wait for this semifinal here. It's going to be super spicy.
My spreadsheet for Heat 1 winners, I'll go real quick. Martel, Lifflander, Rafos, McFarland. Heat 2, Lifflander, Martel, Lifflander, McFarland, Lifflander, Kirtley. The first time that Kirtley grid for the semifinal. Bryan, I know what I'm doing. Matthew Lindy, Matty Morris, Darnell, Robichaud, and Grove. 5 laps. 2 cars transfer. Bryan, you can't manage my life. I'm unmanageable. As we... Listen, he's roasting me. I'm glad you guys can't hear. We get ready for the semifinal in Daytona Beach. Green flag off the line. Lindy gets a good jump in the first phase, but the Fords have pulled in. Contact between Morris and Lindy. Down to the first corner. Darnell on the outside. Morris pushes wide. Lindy holds the spot, clears him. Then it's Morris. Then it's Robichaud. Then it's Darnell in 4th. Grove in last in the semifinal into turn 1. And we talked about earlier on, you can't let Lindy pull away because he is gone from the rest of the field. And the man who had an issue in the first heat race now leads the semifinal. Will we see jokers on the first lap of the race? If I'm Morris, granted, we talked about it earlier on, he didn't joker when he had the opportunity to box out Lifflander. Contact nearly between Darnell and Robichaud in the 69 to the 029.
If I was Darnell, I would probably take Bryan and just get away and away. He's a glowing example of why, Robichaud takes it and then Darnell decides not to. So this is going to put Robichaud in a very interesting merge situation here with the leader. He throws himself in.
Of his teammate.
Basically holding his teammate up.
And Matt Morris can be
a little bit of
battling
a
now with Robichaud. If I'm Morris, I have to joker now to respond.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't get caught
100%.
in traffic.
No, I don't want to be there at all, especially with Darnell breathing down my neck here at this moment.
Oh, the curvature pops! Into the fence! Over goes the 69.
Wow, that is why you can't hit those blue sausage curbs. They are absolutely deadly.
Gold medal in the vehicular gymnastics competition this evening to Jake Robichaud in the 69.
That's a 10 scorecard for me.
Darnell goes to the transfer. I tell you what, Morris getting held up by his teammate has lost him the transfer to Darnell. Fastest of all, Lindy, 40.4.
Absolutely has. And Darnell going a little bit wide, giving up Morris a little bit of... Morris still has 1 joker here on him, Josh, so...
I stand corrected. Lindy, slow down! Lindy, slow down in the 3! Darnell's around! Morris to the lead!
So Darnell sit there.
What did we say
Darnell
earlier
gets
about
stuck
what
in
could
the
happen?
dust. Wow, no kidding, Josh. Whoa, we literally got a card shuffle here. Lindy goes off for his joker.
Will he come out in front of Morris? He does. Put him back to the lead.
Close.
But now, Morris has his joker. If he can hang with Lindy, I would joker now. Take the lead.
Dude, absolutely.
Grove hasn't jokered
it's a
either.
huge delta. Yeah, don't get held up. Lindy might have a little bit of damage here. Oh, moves to the inside.
Morris
Josh is Morris.
with him.
He sure is. Let's see what happens. And Grove doesn't have a joker as well. Finish. So this is a little bit interesting. Grove might be in the picture as well if he can hang on.
Can we see the Contenders Championship leader out of a feature in Supercars? We've got a lap and a corner left to go. Morris, no joker. Grove, no joker. Deep on the brakes is Morris. The gap is 6. Let's call it half a second. White flag for Lindy. Grove is about 2 seconds back. I don't know if Grove will be able to do something with the 3. I think it's going to be down to Morris, maybe scaring the 3 in a late last lap joker. Fastest of all, Josh Darnell, 40.3.
Oh, Darnell has to hate that now, stuck behind Grove. So his joker strategy done, and Grove has this in the bag as Darnell smacks that curb just like Robichaud does and almost turns it as well. Morris bleeding a bunch of time to Lindy, though, here.
Now the fortunes turn in NASA Rallycross.
Actually, Morris
leading. Deep
it's
on the brakes is
here.
Lindy. Jokering as Morris, rounding the corner. Is it going to be Morris at the line? It will, winning the semifinal. Ahead of Matthew Lindy. Grove will be best of the rest in 7th. 8th, Darnell. 9th, Jake Robichaud.
Wow. I can't believe that. Morris almost lost it there in the last sector. He bled a bunch of time out, and for a moment, he was outside that gap window for the joker, but he comes in at the last moment and takes it.
So,
wow.
Dan Carretto, I am not getting old and forgetting things. I don't know how long that chat was been there. Stop roasting me. On the other side of the break, we are going to have the Daytona Grand Prix. Stick around.
So interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds
Side by
it.
side between these two in turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clogging the inside line. McLaughlin contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. Over in the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Rally's going for the spot. We welcome you back to round 262 of the championship overall and round 6 of the 30th season of the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge here in Daytona Beach with Bryan Sawyer in the production truck and 2022A Contenders champion Justin Robichaud next to me in the commentary box. My name is Josh Mertz, live on the Automotive Sports Network. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you, Rob Hartland, for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Cameras for tonight's broadcast brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/whiplashmedia. Thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for your camera support. Our coverage on ASN tonight also brought to you by NordVPN. For up to 71% off a 2-year plan with 3 months free, visit nordvpn.com/ASNTVUSA. And finally, the intro music for the NASA World feed produced by our very own Alex Abetti. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And ring the bell to be notified of our live streams on Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, along with our short-form content courtesy of Jess Rakowski. If you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone in 2024. All of the information at nasasimracing.com. Justin Robichaud, I have one question for you, and the question is, who is going to join the following 8 drivers? Marwan Moftah, 2018B, Jeff Appelgren, 2018C, Philip Kraus, 2019A, Magnus Okenhaug, 2020A, Sindre Silva, 20B, Connor Parisi, 21C, Matt Hartley in 21C, sorry, Parisi, 21A. I know how to read. Words are hard. Francois Vettel, 2022B. Aside from Francois, because obviously he's already won, who will win the 9th running of the Daytona Grand Prix?
Oh, I think it's going to be Evan. I think Evan's going to etch his name in there for sure. He looks super good tonight. I mean, very clean, very quick, setting absolute bonkers lap times. I expect that to continue tonight and extend into this feature race. So very excited to see him. I think it's going to happen. Barring any issues in turn 1, we've seen that happen tonight as well. So but I think if he can make it through clean and get that first lap down, it's definitely his to lose, Josh.
A couple programming notes. We just took a look at the weather. The track is a pinch hotter. You brought it up, Justin. The clouds have gone away. Sun comes out, and Ed McFarland hasn't been on track in a while, so that might affect him. A couple programming notes before we get rolling for the Daytona Grand Prix. OSRL GT Series, round 8 at the Circuit des Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. We are off this Thursday. We are back next Thursday, May the 2nd, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Bryan Sawyer and myself, Josh Mertz, for that. Unsure between the fisticuffs of Cody Erdmann and Justin Robichaud who's going to join us there. So we'll just have to figure it out when we get there.
We'll figure it out.
Round 7 for NASA Rallycross Lights, the Team Watson Racing setups NASA Rallycross Lights at the Charlotte Road Course. Yes, I said road course, not Rallycross. We're going to run the first Endurance Cup race of the year. What's the Endurance format? It's the same thing. It's literally just a title. People have been asking me that forever. That is next Sunday, April 28th, 9 p.m. Eastern on ASN Live. Victor Valley, James Watson, and Jared Lott for that. And our next round for the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge, also at the Charlotte Road Course, April 29th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, starting with contenders, going to Supercars, Bryan Sawyer, Justin Robichaud, myself, Josh Mertz for that. We have both points leaders, obviously in this feature, Evan McFarland, Kieran Lifflander. They are starting 1st and 4th. We'll get to the grid in a moment. We had issues last week in Atlanta where they came together, and it has been a brawl all night. Contenders, the supercar heats, the semifinal. I gotta get my hard hat, Justin, because it's gonna be wild.
We always need our hard hat here at NASA Rallycross. It's just that's how it goes. This racing is a little bit argy-bargy. This track definitely invites it with the hairpin and a little bit of the bumpy sections. But yeah, we'll see. I think turn 1 is going to be what we'll want to navigate and get through tonight. If we can get through there clean, the rest is just going to be fantastic. And it always usually is. The on-the-track action at Daytona, I find, is some of the most fun that you'll find.
I don't know if warm-up's any indication, but Evan is basically half a second up on Kieran. I don't know if we should read into that too much, but certainly going to be interesting. Kieran's on a fastest lap. Martel just goes 2nd in warm-up, so I don't think he's going to be able to finish this lap. Let's see what Kieran sets down. He should be able to finish this lap, the final lap in warm-up. Let's see, 39.2, still 2/10 down.
Ooh, okay. I can work with that.
We begin to grid for the Daytona Grand Prix. pole position, defending champion, car number 1, and co-points leader Evan McFarlane. Robbie Kirtley, the surprise of the evening, won heat number 2. Francois Martel, former champion of the series in 2023B. Kieran Lifflander, Matty Morris, and contenders points leader Matthew Lindy. 6 cars, 10 laps, 2 jokers, 1 former race winner of the Daytona Grand Prix in this field, Francois Martel. Everybody else has not won at the World Center of Racing. We wait for Lifflander and McFarlane to grid. And I'm, as Larry Mack would say in the NASCAR world, reach up there and pull those belts tight, because Justin Robichaud, you're gonna have to be harnessed in when we get ready for this feature. McFarlane is on the grid. We wait for Lifflander, who historically grids at the very last possible moment. He is on grid. We are getting ready to go green in Daytona Beach. Green flag at Daytona Beach, off the line, even start with Kirtley. No, McFarlane pulls it. Kirtley comes across into Martel. Both of them into the fence. McFarlane leads Lifflander, leads Morris, leads Lindy. Martel didn't lose much time. Kirtley out and away in the back of the field. Through turn 1, McFarlane a little bit wide. Lifflander got a better run through the chicane. No contact like last week. Exiting the jump into turn 3. Lifflander's got a better run through 4, through 5. The perfection we're going to see over the next 10 laps. Impeccable. Car length, maybe make it 2, maybe 2.5. From McFarlane to Lifflander. Through the dirt on the oval. Morris holds third, runs wide, loses it to Lindy. It's a KES 1-3 with Zine setup shop in the middle. We come down the road course, down the back straightaway here in Daytona Beach. Who will joker on the first opportunity? Lifflander says, I'm going to take my strategy. Is he the only car? 2 jokers so far. And at the end of the first lap, Kieran Lifflander leads ahead of Evan McFarlane.
Oh, and Lifflander takes a fantastic joker, Josh. It's very clean, a great line. He gets a good little run off. Evan McFarlane really close in tow, though, so it's going to be a battle on the track for a little bit. We'll see if Evan McFarlane wants to keep it on the track for a little while, Josh, and maybe bully Lifflander into making some mistakes.
So now,
all too possible.
I want to ask you, if you're Francois Martel, do you joker now? Again, no disrespect to Matty Morris, but you don't want to get stuck behind a contenders driver. I would joker immediately for the 12.
He's already hemorrhaging time right now behind Morris.
No jokers to respond to Kieran. Sorry to cut you off. Jokering is the defending champion. He exits, holds the lead over Lifflander. Jokering is Lindy. Jokering is Martel.
Oh, and Martel takes it just like we said, and he's got a little bit of clean air now. A little bit of room to breathe. And he has a little bit of a battle boiling up in front here. And McFarlane now holding off Lifflander really hard up here.
The mono fastest of all. Kieran Lifflander, 40.111 was the kid from South Carolina. It's McFarlane, Lifflander, Lindy, and Martel, the top 4 here in NASA Rallycross. Down the back straightaway again. Will we see another piece of strategy from the defending champion?
No, we won't. Nothing.
Sorry, Lifflander deep on the brakes. I thought he was going to make something happen there, Justin.
Oh, he was very deep. Almost hemorrhages a little bit of time here on the exit. Very close to the gantry again. A bit of a smack.
3/10 up. We ride on board car number 20. Resets fastest lap. It's a car length between McFarlane and Lifflander. Does Lifflander get a slowdown in the 20? He does!
He has to slow down!
You can't serve it in this dirt anymore. I tried to do that last night. It doubles your time. He has to pull over. This is going to kill his chances potentially for a win.
Oh, it really does take a huge hemorrhage in that time. Wow. Now, Lindy, very close until the gap almost the same. Lindy jumps off into his joker, actually, Josh.
Lindy's strategy is going to be done for car number 3. Comes out in front of Lifflander. Lifflander gives him a nudge. Fastest of all, Evan McFarlane. So now if you're Lindy, do you block Lifflander? Lifflander off the track. Lindy slides it. They're in front of Martel crossing the track. And Martel sneaks into second or into third. Nudges Lifflander. McFarlane loves this, Justin. He is out and away. Call it by 3 seconds, 4 seconds.
You know it, Josh, but somebody who's really loving it, I think, at this moment is Francois Martel. He's sitting in a pretty good position now behind Lifflander, who's a little bit shaken up by what just happened. So we'll see if he can make a little bit of a move here. Both of them, one strategy, and Martel goes off for another joker. Here we go.
Deep in the joker is the 12 for the former champion. Remember, Francois Martel winning his driver in the modern era in NASA Sim Racing, 5th all-time on the wins list with 16, and Lifflander all over the rear wing of the 12.
I was just going to mention that, Josh. Lifflander gets a great run. Martel has a bit of an issue. Oh,
no worries there.
Yeah, takes it in stride. Checks off to live another day here. They jump through hairpin. Francois Martel's been great here tonight. Little smack of the hair, or a little smack of the e-brake, Josh. Something uncharacteristic of the other drivers here tonight, but he makes it work fantastically. Excellent runoff here in the final sector as Liftlander goes for his
Jokers.
Joker. Yeah,
Martel
right
is
there.
done on the Joker rotation. Liftlander comes out, holds second spot. So this is going to be incredible. Quick tangent. Back in the day, when Philip Kraus used to get angry, he used to be a second a lap faster than the rest of the field. Why are you bringing this up? Kieran Liftlander does the same thing. He gets angry. We are going to see incredible lap times from the 20, but I don't know if he's going to have the time, Justin.
Oh, I'm not sure either. It's about 4 seconds right now, Josh. Evan McFarland still has a Joker. So, yeah, this is absolutely Evan McFarland's race to lose. Liftlander smacks the wall quite a bit harder than you probably should there. Leaves a little bit of time here to Martel. Martel's looking poised to make a little bit of a move here, just 1 second behind the driver. Again, Liftlander using all that track, Josh. He's smacking the gantry on the entry to turn 1. It's phenomenal. Martel a bit wobbly on the exit there at the jump. Leads a little bit of time here back.
I say this 100 times a show in various different forms, but when Liftlander hits that gantry, that's not a mistake. That is a driver who has practiced thousands of laps in this car at this track, knows exactly the millimeter perfect line to run. Perfection.
Yeah, knows where to put
is being witnessed.
Knows where to put the car for sure, absolutely. And really, he's getting it so close. The sim is thinking he's hitting the gantry, which is just another testament to how close he is. Really, he does it again. It's comical, Josh. I love it. I love the commitment to being so close to that line, be able to smack it so close that you're hitting it, but you're not hitting it. It's great to see.
Of course, we've got a lap left, but this is what Evan McFarland wanted to do after the disappointment of last week in Atlanta. Had to share the red plate with Kieran Liftlander and putting an authority to try and go 2 championships in a row. We've got a decent amount of time left in the season, obviously, but we're going to take the white flag for the kid from California, the youngest champion in NASA Rallycross history, trying to, like I said, go for 2 in a row. He's got some time to do that, but he's trying to tie Alex Abetty for 11th on the wins list with 8. Half a lap to go. Anything can happen. We saw that earlier on, of course. Kieran Liftlander, what could have been if you didn't have that slowdown? But like I said in the opener, early on in the show, it's so easy to do here in Daytona Beach. Not much movement. Liftlander, Martel, Kirtley, Lindy, and Morris have been down the order. It has been all about McFarland and Liftlander. Jokering for the final time for the defending champion, win number 8 for the kid from California. He is tied with Alex Abetty. He does it in Daytona Beach. What could have been, but Liftlander comes home in second. Third will be Martel, back after a couple weeks off. Kirtley, Lindy, and Morris will round out the order. Actually, Morris is going to get Lindy at the line here.
With the Joker on the last lap. Yeah, he will take that.
I can tell you how frustrated Kieran Liftlander is. He pulled off to the side and immediately killed his sim. He is so frustrated in the 20.
Oh, big time. You knew he made that mistake, and that costed him the whole thing. And just how quick it can happen here on a track like Daytona. Every second matters. Every move matters.
McFarland, Liftlander, Martel, Kirtley, Morris, and Lindy. Our classification for the Daytona Grand Prix. We're going to try and pull in. I don't know where Francois is, so maybe we'll have a chat with him in just a couple moments. If you want to make sure that you're unmuted on Discord, Justin, I'm going to try and bring in Kieran for an interview. We got Kieran Liftlander and Justin Robichaud, all yours.
Hey, Kieran, you got me? You got us?
Yep.
Howdy. So, how you feeling after that one? Talk me through it.
Yeah, definitely frustrating. Had a definitely first place car and messed up qualifying. Had a 38.8 going. If we just qualified, we could have qualified first, but slipped up. And then the heat got a penalty, and those penalties are killer now, so didn't get that win. And then got absolutely trampled in that feature. And on top of that one penalty that I got stuck behind Evan. So yeah, just frustrating, but got to keep our heads up. And all in all, it was a half decent day. Got some decent points, so I guess that's good too.
We just live on, and that next round will be a little tricky, but it's going to be a fun one regardless. So, who'd you like to thank before we send you off tonight, Kieran?
like to thank Zim Sub Shop, Kenny Zim's Dingle Folds, mom and dad, and all my friends that are watching. I know I invited a couple people to come watch me, and they were hoping I was going to win, but tough luck. So hopefully we can get them in the all pavement road course next week and see how that goes.
Last thing I'll
Awesome.
tell
And it
you,
was, go ahead. Go ahead.
championships are won on your bad days. So take
Ooh, that's
this
true.
and go to Charlotte, and good luck there, my friend.
Appreciate it.
We do have the former series champion available for an interview. Francois Martel, he's no longer the only race winner in the field here at Daytona, as obviously Evan won. So Justin Robichaud, all yours.
Francois, it's been a few weeks since we've seen you. Welcome back, and a great little performance tonight. You have to be okay with that. Talk me through it.
Yeah, I'm really glad to talk to you again. It was a super fun night. I was just seriously blown away by Evan's pace. I think it was magical. So in my heat with him, I was just happy to follow him, just to get some experience with the driver right in front, just to see what he does. The final though, I knew it would be action packed because we had somebody that wasn't. I think it was Robbie Kirtley. Yeah.
Are you referencing when Kirtley came across? Yes.
Yeah. I knew it was action packed because he was there. So, I had to time my Joker right, not to have somebody right beside me when you end it. So I calculated that you wanted to take your Joker either when the person was more than 1.6 second. But like the start, it's crazy here. The guy in first position has to go to the right. The guy on the middle just praise, and the guy on the left needs to go to the left. So it was definitely a crazy race. I messed up my Joker a little bit, and that stressed me out. But other than that, it was a big fight between me and Kieran, so that was fun.
Fantastic. And who would you like to thank tonight, Francois, for this good performance?
You guys, as always. I love what you are doing. TeamWatsonRacing.com. You can get my setups. They're really cheap, and it's gonna get you to speed really quick. That's everyone that I have in mind.
Awesome. Thank you, Francois, and great job. Hopefully we see you again next week at Charlotte.
Thank you. Yeah.
One more for you, Justin. It is our race winner, Evan McFarlane.
Evan, it was wild there for a little bit, but talk me through that one. Talk me through that great, dominant victory.
I don't know, not much to say. I think I got pretty lucky on those starts, and I knew I had pretty decent pace, despite like only having a couple hours into practice. But I just knew I just had to take off the pressure off myself and just drive how I would drive. So I just had fun out there, I guess, and it worked out well. So the starts were definitely chaotic, so that definitely helped me out. And I knew that in that the section with all of the dirt strips before the grip strip, or like the rumble strips, I knew that I just had to be tidy through there, and I wasn't gonna risk anything if I was in the lead. So I lost some time there, but I was imagining to pull it away in the hairpin.
Yeah, fantastic. A lot of drivers were suffering with those slowdowns, so that was a great strategy from you. So, who'd you like to thank, Evan, before we send you off tonight?
I would like to thank my mom and dad for always, supporting me. My brothers, the Lord above, for keeping me strong and, always making good things happen. So, I'd also like to thank KS Industries. They've always been with me through my Rallycross career so far. So I'm extremely thankful to them, and we've been able to build some good setups. And also, I'd like to thank Fluid Logic, Malin, Marlin Sports, Pit Viper, OMP, Vermont Sports Cars, and also you guys for putting on the show.
Awesome, and thanks so much, Evan. We always look forward to speaking with you in the booth here, and a fantastic race tonight, and great victory, and go enjoy that.
Yep, thank you.
So we'll get some unofficial point standings, and then we'll get some final thoughts and wrap this one up here in Daytona. Without any numbers in front of me, I want to assume that, there we go, Evan McFarland, 6 points over Kieran Lifflander in the Drivers' Championship. Matthew Lindy, Robbie Kirtley, Francois Martel rounding out the top 5. Darnell, Grove, Morris, Rakowski, and Jacob Rafos, who is here for a couple weeks, in 10th. The Constructors' Championship, KES Industries, like I mentioned earlier, the only 2-car team, so they will be leading that championship. Zeem set up shop with 135. It's really going to be a battle for the second spot in that championship. Subi Squad, TWR Subi Squad, Fiesta Siesta, down the order as we take a look there. And the Manufacturers' Championship, Subaru, Ford, and Volkswagen. As Subaru obviously has won every race between McFarland, Rafos, and Lifflander. So, Justin Robichaud, give me some final thoughts, and I'll button this one up.
Hey, what a fantastic race again, Josh. I think this one was exciting from start to finish, from contenders right up to supers. So what more could you ask for in a rallycross race? And what a track like Daytona long to bring it to us. So I'm super excited for next week to see what that full asphalt road course is going to bring for our drivers. But I don't have much to say. I'm at a loss for words. I was yelling all night. Just great action all around.
I want to thank you because I know you've been a little bit under the weather tonight, so you were doing a wonderful job. Couple programming notes before we say goodnight on the Automotive Sports Network. We're going to have OSRL GT Series off this Thursday. We are back next Thursday at the Circuit des Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium, Thursday, May 2nd, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Bryan Sawyer, myself, Josh Mertz, and it's going to be fisticuffs, like I've said so many times before, between Cody Erdmann and Justin Robichaud to see who's going to race. I want to give Cody the week off because he pulled double duty a couple days ago, but it's up to him. Round 7 of TWRS NASA Rallycross Lights at the Charlotte Infield Road Course. That'll be April 28th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You'll have Victor Valley, James Watson, and Jared Lott for that. And our next round for the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge, also at the Charlotte Road Course. It's the first round of the Endurance Cup, April 29th, 8 p.m. Eastern, starting with contenders and going up to Supercars. Bryan Sawyer, Justin Robichaud, myself, Josh Mertz for that. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problems, our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you so much to Rob Hartland for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Don't forget, NASA Rallycross Contenders is presented by the Virtual Gaming Alliance. Don't be a real dork, be a virtual one. Shop now at vtrl-alliance.square.site. Thank you, Dylan Thomas, for your support as presenting sponsor of NASA Rallycross Contenders. Cameras for tonight's broadcast brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/Whiplash Media. Thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for your camera support. Our coverage on ASN tonight also brought to you by NordVPN. For up to 71% off a 2-year plan with 3 months free, visit nordvpn.com/ASNTVUSA. And finally, the intro music for the NASA World feed produced by our very own Alex Abetti. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and ring the bell to be notified of our live streams on Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, along with our short-form video content, courtesy of Jess Rakowski. If you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone. All the info is at nasasimracing.com. And public announcement in like 5 minutes, we're actually going to do an open test session with all the Supercars and the Beetle Light at that Charlotte Road course that we're testing for next week. Everybody's welcome to join, so hit the nasasimracing.com link
it's going up
to
soon.
join us. Going up very soon. The checkered flag has fallen on the evening. From all of us at the Automotive Sports Network, from Jess Rakowski, Victor Valley, Jared Lott, Chad Irvine, Philip Kraus, Justin Robichaud, Cody Erdmann, Words Are Hard, James Watson, and Bryan Sawyer. I know how to read scripts. My name is Josh Mertz. We hope you enjoyed today's coverage of the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge tonight from Daytona Beach. We congratulate our Contender Series winner Matthew Lindy, 6 in a row, tying Cody Crosgrove's record, and Supercars winner Evan McFarland. Be sure to join us next Sunday for Lights in Charlotte. But until then, so long, everyone.